Bitcoin explodes to almost 73K, then gets rejected back down to 70K, but is holding with strength. Let's look at what levels Bitcoin can hit next, and we're also going to go over a winning trade of almost $4,000 that I gave yesterday. Welcome back to FlexCandle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Right now it's about 5:45 p.m. Eastern time, and the price of Bitcoin is currently at 71,540. Before we do the top-down analysis, I want to go over this winning trade I gave you guys yesterday on the 4-hour chart. I was telling you guys this was a double bottom, and I was seeing a falling wedge. You guys know I like to play the cup and handle play, and I gave you guys this cup and handle at around 68,500 more or less, with the measure move taking us to about 74,375. We didn't make it there, but we did more than about 80% of the move. We got all the way up to 72,857. So that's almost over a $4,000 move. So congratulations on whoever took this trade. This is a big win for the Flex Candle community. As usual, let's start off with the weekly chart, and we're seeing here that we're starting to get a green candle. We still have 4 days and 3 hours before this candle closes, and if we could close green like this is going to be kind of bullish. I'm thinking that this could end up being a double bottom if we could close green, and if we could close at around, I would say 73, 74K, we could end up getting the measure move back above the 21 moving average at 78,954. The stochastics RSI are pointing up. It's showing right now that we have more upside to go. Let's see if we could gravitate towards that 21 moving average by the end of the week. We take a look at the 4-day chart. This is going to be our third green candle in a row, and this candle closes in 2 days and 3 hours, and right now we're touching the 21 moving average, is basically at $72,038. We could see the stochastics RSI that we're rolling over, but we could see that they're starting to roll back up, and if we could get back above this 21 moving average, we have a gap here in the VRVP. This could send us straight up to the 200 moving average at around 84,593. I've been calling a move to about 80K, 85K, 87K in the past month or two. It hasn't happened yet. Maybe this is the time that is going to end up happening. Now on the 2-day chart, we see that the stochastics are pointing up. Now I want to remind you guys, I do still have this in a bear flag. You see that we broke out of the bear flag here, then we got back in. We're starting to break out again. We can't confirm nothing. We have to get above this 50 moving average at 75,939. There's going to be heavy resistance at 76K. We could do that and get above that, go towards this 80K, then I would say that this bear flag is going to be negated. If not, we could end up rolling down to about 44K. But the way it's looking right now, you could see that this is a double bottom. One bottom, two bottoms. We just got to make it to the 50 moving average, and then from there the measure move will take us pretty much above 80K. We still have a lot of room here in the stochastics RSI. On the daily chart, yesterday we closed a nice green candle. We were able to get above the 21 and the 50 moving average. Now the stochastics are starting to get a little toppy, and I'm not liking that we're kind of getting rejected off of this 80 moving average. If this ends up being a red candle, this could be tweezer tops just like it was over here, and as you can see, we ended up rolling over. Right here, look, tweezer tops, we ended up rolling over. Here, tweezer tops, we rolled over. Hopefully we could close green today and try to make it towards this 80 moving average at 76,166, which is where there's going to be heavy resistance. 22-hour chart is topping on the stochastics RSI, but we're trying to hump up at least one more time. The RSI is getting rejected here. Again, we're getting this red candle. We were able to get above all the moving averages. The last one is this 200 moving average at 76,261. Again, we could come up to here and then end up getting rejected. So we can't get too happy unless we could break above the resistance of 76K. We take a look at the 12-hour chart. We're pretty close to the 200 moving average. The stochastics are still pointing up. We could still have that one more rally up to the 200 moving average here. On the 10-hour chart, we were able to get above the 200 moving average, and we haven't done that in a very long time. Let me see, when was the last time we were above the 200 moving average, and you would have to say that that was somewhere around January 19th, the last time that we lost the 200 moving average. So basically in almost 3 months we have not been able to get back above it. So this is kind of looking a little bit more bullish here for Bitcoin. On the 8-hour chart, we see that the stochastics kind of want to roll over here. Again, we were able to get above the 200 moving average. We're starting to flag sideways. We want this 21 moving average to cross up on the 200 moving average, and then this is going to get more bullish, but this is concerning me that the stochastics RSI are getting toppy here. Now on the 4-hour chart, this is where I give you guys the beautiful cup and handle play that we made super gains on. Now we're starting to flag sideways here. We see that the RSI is toppy, but we're starting to roll back up. This stochastics RSI kind of looks like it wants to roll up as well, and this 21 moving moving average is crossing up on the 200 moving average. So right now, this is looking bullish. This looks like it could flag out here. So let's draw a flag sideways and anticipate it. And what we're looking to see is for the 21 moving average to interact with price range. Once that interacts with price range, if we are bullish, we should be able to get another move up. And this measured move would take us to about 76,367, which by coincidence would be, look at the 12-hour chart, right to the 200 moving average. So I'm still expecting that we could get a move up to 76K. Previous resistance, we're probably going to get rejected from there. And hopefully this time we could stay above 74K and then continue to rally up from there. Take a look at the 1-hour chart. Stochastics are starting to double bottom here. We're starting to point up. So you can see here we pointed up, but we rolled over. Maybe we could continue this time. And we're tracing the flag right now. We need to get back above this 21 moving average, which is at 71,531, and stay above it in order to stay bullish. And on the 15-minute chart, stochastics are on the way up. We're getting a little toppy, but we've been pretty much able to stay above this 21 moving average. We dropped it briefly here, but as you can see, we've been flagging out sideways. Earlier this morning, we created some cat ears here, and we got some of the measured move. This was actually supposed to drop down possibly below the 200 moving average. It never did. I'm starting to see some type of a double bottom here, and this could bring us back up to the top of the range, close to 73K. I would say right now, as long as we could stay above 70K, we're hunting the 74K and 76K resistance. If we drop below 70K, it's not going to be good news. It's going to start getting bearish again. As long as we can hold these levels, especially above 71K, we have a chance. All right, guys, so that's the breakdown. If this gave you clarity or a setup to watch, do me a favor, like, drop a comment, subscribe. And if you have a stock or crypto you want me to go over, drop it in the comment section. This is Flex Candle, where we read the candles and flex the moves. Catch you on the next chart.